Sarah Rae. Welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are finally doing some Awareness Thursdays. It has been a while. That is because I've been working behind the scenes on future awareness videos. Also our true crime videos, which we do once a month. So they have been a bit time consuming and hopefully it'll all pay off. But today we are doing the 10 coping skills that has helped me the most with my mental health struggles. Things like high intense emotions, borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and anxiety. These have helped me the most. I hope that maybe these 10 can help some of you if you guys are looking for ways to help you get through whatever struggles you are going through. With that said, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications of when I upload, and let's get straight into these skills. I know what you're asking, and it's probably what are the 10 coping skills. First, I gotta tell you why I'm doing this video now instead of later or before now, and that's because 8 years ago I was essayed. So each year between those months I relive that hell, and it's torture. It truly is. It wasn't until I was made to go into DBT, which is dialect behavioral therapy, a year and a half ago, that I was able to find coping skills that really helped me get through my trauma and my hurt, anything that I'm facing when it comes to all these struggles I deal with mentally. I say we jump into it. What are these 10 coping skills? So first I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you the definition and how I use them. So the first one is grounding technique. I absolutely love this, especially when I am dealing with flashbacks or when I wake up from nightmares of the incident. So grounding technique, it is to help control the symptoms you are facing by turning attention away from the thoughts, memories, and worries and refocusing on the present moment. That is what grounding technique does, and I'm going to share with you what exact grounding techniques I do to help get through my flashbacks or traumatic nightmares. So those are when I use grounding technique the most. One of the grounding techniques I use is touching an object and rubbing it, and that's what I do with my Italian horn. Whenever I am having anxiety or traumatic episodes, I rub this to allow my mind to know it is not in the past. The past isn't happening now. We are in the present moment. So that's what this helps me do. A few other ones are taking 5 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. It's almost like a meditation, but it is to kind of ease that panic that you are feeling. I also name the objects that I'm seeing, which also helps you remember where you are. Now, those are just 2 that I do. I also do where I say who I am, what the date is, the time, where am I, and who's with me. So, kind of like if I was experiencing something traumatic right now, I would say, my name is Sarah Rae. It is October 12th, 2022. It is 3:26 in the afternoon. I am in my room and I have animals around me. It kind of places you in the present moment when you are saying those things, reminding you where you are and what year it is or time it is, so you can realize that you are in the present moment, not where you were 8 years ago or whenever your trauma was. Number 2 is checking the facts. That is to modify your response to a level that is appropriate for the situation or more fitting for the emotion you are going through. Also, it helps you think before you act on those emotions. It allows you to step back, assess the situation, and determine if what you are feeling is appropriate given the context. So, how I use checking the facts is when I am going through something difficult, if somebody hurts me, or say you're in an argument with somebody and they say something rude about you and how you are, like saying you don't do anything or something like that. I check the facts and see, is what that person's saying true about me? And then you list off what you do to help you understand what they're saying might actually be wrong. It helps you to not get caught up in the moment that you are in. It helps you, again, to step back and look at what is true when it comes to whatever situation you're going. Now, for example, something I've done before, me and my mom's gotten into arguments, and she will say something mean to me, and I know it is in the way of trying to hurt me and paying attention to her emotions. So I will go check the facts. Well, what she's saying is wrong. Then maybe she's just hurting over something different and taking it out on me. That is how I use checking the facts to make a better decision or response for whatever I'm going through. Number 3 is the TIP skill. TIP stands for temperature, intense exercise, paced breath, and paired muscle relaxation. So some of the things you can do when it comes to using the TIP skill is holding your breath, putting your face in a bowl of cold water, or even just splashing water on your face for 30 seconds. So with the temperature one, by splashing water on your face or putting your face in a bowl of cold water, holding your breath, it is to prompt your brain to a relaxed state of mind and body. This is actually what I use TIP the most for, is splashing cold water on my face or putting it in a bowl of cold water. But I'll continue to tell you about how I have used the others in the past. So I is for intense exercise. When you exercise, there are endorphins that your body releases to calm you down and make more of a pleasant mind. It combats those negative emotions that you are feeling. Exercising actually does a lot. Not only your body, but your mind as well. The next is paced breathing, and the biggest one for you to do is to breathe deeply in your stomach. Try to slow down the pace of your inhales and exhales. On average, you do 5 to 6 breaths a minute. So again, that also puts you in that relaxed state of mind, so you're not so worked up. And paired muscle relaxation, I actually really like doing where you squeeze each part of your muscles. Like for your arms, you squeeze your hand, tense up your lower arm and upper arm, hold it for 10 seconds and then let go. And you'll feel this tension released within your body. And you do that throughout the whole body, and then you just squeeze every muscle, all of it together, and then let go. I find this to help so much. It is, besides the cold water when it comes to TIP, that I use. Number 4 is effectiveness, and what that is not doing what's right or wrong or fair or unfair, but doing what works for you. For example, and what I use this skill the most for is understanding when I can't do everything I set out to do. It is to help you realize what is effective in your life, that you can't always do everything you want to do. You have to go easy on yourself, especially coming from somebody who has an autoimmune disease. I get fatigued really easy. I am sick a lot. I get really bad stomach pain. So I'm not always going to be able to do what all I expect of myself. And by allowing myself to say, okay, I can do this later or tomorrow, is what helps you the most, instead of pushing through it and causing more harm to your body or mind. It is, again, understanding that you gotta do what's effective for your life, for that time, how you're feeling, things among that topic. Number 5 is self-soothe, and there's a few things I do when it comes to self-soothing. One of them, again, is rubbing my necklace, especially when I am anxious. It is something that calms me down. It's very, very soothing. The next one is called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is also a grounding technique as well. So how you do it is you focus on 5 things you can see Normally I say them aloud. Number 4 is focusing on 4 things you can actually touch, like the bottle next to you or a notepad. Focus on 4 of those, and I say them again aloud. Number 3 is listing off and focusing on 3 things you can hear, and again focusing on that and saying it aloud. When it comes to grounding skills, puts you in the present moment of where you are. It also helps self-soothe you by relaxing yourself and calming whatever is struggling you. You could also look at it as distraction, which we are going to talk about a little bit later in the video. Distraction is exactly that, distracting yourself from what it is you are going through. Number 2 would be focusing on 2 things you can smell. For instance, if you have a candle burning, smell that scent, etc. And number 1 is focusing on 1 thing you can taste. So when it comes to that, you can take a bite of chocolate, but if you do that, you also can chew it nice and slow, tasting all of the texture and the sweetness or bitterness, sourness, whatever you are eating. Taking your time is being mindful and just experiencing what you are tasting. Simply because a lot of times we don't stop and fully taste what we are eating. I mean, how many times have you guys been watching a movie and just sat there and ate a whole bag of chips? I know I'm not the only one, but normally mine are Oreos. That is because I adore Oreos. They're my weakness. So slowing it down and tasting what you are tasting is really soothing. Number 6 is what I call the pumpkin skill. I will demonstrate what it does, what you do with the pumpkin, and you can do anything. A snowflake, you could do a triangle, a house, or a circle, whatever object you want to draw. So let me show you how to do it. So you draw the pumpkin and the lines that make up the inside of the pumpkin. So you are going to trace those lines, and when you draw up, you're breathing in, and when you draw down, you're breathing out. So you continue to do that for as long as you need to help you soothe yourself, calm down what you are feeling, or distracting you from whatever it is you are experiencing. It is just something really simple to do, but helps out so much. Number 7 is deep breathing or meditation. This helps calm down those heavy emotions you are experiencing, whether it's anxiety or even depression. It's also helping you be in the present moment, to sit there and just take some nice deep breaths to control those emotions you are feeling, to put you in this mood where you can face what it is you are dealing with. Number 8, I told you a little bit about distraction. Distraction is such a huge thing. I do it all the time when I am needing to do a coping skill. I will typically go straight to distraction. So ways you can distract, pretty much I don't really need to describe distraction because it's exactly what distraction means. Focusing on something other than your feelings, your emotions, thoughts, or the event you are dealing with. And things that I do to distract myself, of course, the number 1 thing is music. Music is so important. And it even is said if you do something for 5 minutes, it can change your mood. Whether that is going for a walk, sitting outside, listening to one song, taking a moment to write whatever you are going through, something for 5 minutes can change your mood entirely. So I love distraction so much. I will focus on movies, music, working out, playing with my animals, taking the laser and making my cat go nuts all around the house. It is focusing on something different. Also, chores, doing what you need to do around the house, going for a drive, all of it can help so much. The next one, number 8, is writing. So this is also kind of a distraction. Some of these border more than one skill. Like writing can be a distraction, it could be a self-soothing thing, it also can be a grounding skill. Writing down what you are going through, or something completely different like working on a book, poetry, it could be anything that you're writing. Writing can help so much to get those feelings out of you and somewhere else. And the last one is making a schedule and checking off those things that you have on your list. Simply because this will help you feel better and more excited and have something you can focus on, because checking off something on your list to do that day, your schedule, is so rewarding. It can, again, change your mood from whatever it is you are going through to something more elated. Remember, when it comes to emotions and everything, there is a scale, 1 to 10, with 1 being you are doing great and 10 being crisis, the worst feeling, you are struggling or thinking of, the S word, it's on screen now, or SH, which is also on screen right now. Again, 7 to 10 is the crisis range. Doing skills ain't going to make everything better. That is not what they are for. They are simply to help you get out of that crisis situation you are feeling or dealing with. It is not about making things better. It's about not making things worse. And that's why coping skills are so important, especially to me, because there's a lot of times where I end up in that 7 to 10 range. And if you don't do anything when you're in that range, it's only going to get worse. So by doing some form of coping mechanisms will help lower you down that scale by not making things worse. So those are the 10 coping skills I use the most. I hope they will help you, and maybe you will want to try some of these. Again, I do want to make a disclaimer that not all coping skills are going to be the same for everyone. What I do the most, these 10 coping skills may help me, but you may find that a few of them on this list may not help you. And that is okay, because we are all different. So finding what works best for you is the utmost importance. Like I said, it's not about making things better, it's about not making them worse. So finding those coping skills will get you through whatever it is you are going through, whatever struggles you are feeling or dealing with emotionally, mentally, all that. I hope this helped you guys. Let me know if there's any coping skills you guys use in the comment section down below. Also, if you try any of these, let me know how they help you. If you don't feel comfortable messaging in the comment section about this, because this is definitely a hard topic for people to talk about, mental health. So my email is in the description box down below. You can email me anytime for whatever it is. I will help you to the best of my ability. Just remember, I am not a therapist. I am not a doctor. I am just a person who deals with mental health and likes to share with you guys what I do the most to help me get through. So try them, see if they work for you. But with that said, I'm going to end here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are staying safe and well. Always remember, you are not alone. I'm also here for you. So if you just need me to listen, message me and I'll be there. Thank you again. I'll see you guys in the next one.